This is chapter 6, day 1, system of equation notes. So this chapter is all about solving a system of equations, which means that you have two equations with two variables. So you can see we have two equations, and then they each have two variables, x and y. So we want the x and y that made both of those work. So today we're going to look at the graphing method. So what we do is we graph and we look to see where they intersect. Remember, to graph, you have to be in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. You always start your first point at B, the y-intercept, and then you use M, the slope, to find your other points and make your graph. So our first equation here, we can see I have the y-intercept of -2. So the first dot goes at -2. Slope is -1. So I can go up 1, left 1 to get points. And that's the same thing as going down 1, right 1 to get points. So this represents the first line. So there's infinitely many points on this first line, the green line. Then we would make the second line. So I can see the second line has a y-intercept of 2 and a slope of 3, which would be 3 over 1. It's positive, so I go up 3, right 1. Same thing as going down 3, left 1. So the red line are the infinitely many points that would be on that second line. So the point that works for both of them would be right here where they intersect. And I would name that point, his x value is -1, y value is -1. So the solution is -1, -1. Same thing on number 2. I graph the first line. Y-intercept is -2, slope is positive 3 over 2. So I go up 3, right 2, up 3, right 2. Same thing as going down 3, left 2. The green line represents the first equation. Second line, y-intercept is positive 3, slope is -1. So I can go up 1, left 1, same thing as going down 1, right 1. So here's the second line. Then to find out the point they have in common is where they intersect. So x comma y, his x value I can see is 2, his y value is 1. So the solution there is 2, 1. Now you can see on numbers 3 and 4, the first thing we're going to have to do is get them into slope-intercept form. So to solve them for y. So 5x plus y equals 1. To solve for y, I'd start by subtracting 5x. So I'm looking at y equals -5x plus 1. And then I would graph it. So that has a y-intercept of 1, slope of -5. So that means I go down 5 and to the right 1 to make that line fall. I could also go up 5 and left 1, but you can see I'm off the chart there a little bit. So then the second equation, x plus y equals -3. So I'd start to solve y, I'd have to subtract x. So I've got y equals -x minus 3. So y-intercept is -3, slope is -1. So I go up 1, left 1, but I'm not going to run into the green line. It's the same thing as going down 1, right 1. So then the point where they intersect is right here. I can see his name is, x value is 1, y value is -4. So solution is 1, -4. Next one, these aren't in slope-intercept form either, so we got to solve them. So we have x minus 3y equals 9. So we'd start to solve y by subtracting x. So we have -3y equals -x plus 9. To get rid of a multiply by -3, we divide by -3. So we have y equals -1 over -3 would be positive 1/3 x. 9 over -3 is -3. So the y-intercept is -3. Slope is 1/3 positive, so up 1, right 3. Same thing as going down 1, left 3. Cute little line. Second equation, 8x minus 3y equals -12. I'd start to get rid of an 8x. I subtract 8x. So I've got -3y equals -8x minus 12. To get rid of a multiply by -3, we divide by -3. So we get y equals 8/3 x plus 4. So we can see y-intercept is positive 4. 8/3, well, I could go up and to the right, but I'm totally off the chart. That's the same thing as going down 8 and left 3. But it has to rise because it's a positive slope. So the point they have in common here, I can see, is -3, -4. Two more on the back. Same concept. We have to solve for y first. So we have 4y equals -3x minus 8. To get rid of a multiply by 4, you would divide by 4. So you're looking at y equals -3/4 x. You can't reduce. -8 over 4 is -2. So y-intercept is -2. Slope is -3/4. So the line has to fall. So if I go up 3, I'm going left 4. Or if I go down 3, I'm going right 4. Get my line. And then the next one, we've got -4y plus 8 equals -x. So we move a plus 8, we subtract 8. We've got -4y equals -x minus 8. So when you divide by -4, you're at y equals -1 over -4 is 1/4 x. -8 over -4 is +2. So y-intercept is 2. Slope is 1/4 positive. So I go up 1, right 4, or down 1, left 4. So I can see there, the point that they have in common is x value is -4, y value is 1. Last one, we have 0 equals y minus 3x minus 2. A couple different ways you can go about this. I'm going to subtract y to the other side. So I have -y equals -3x minus 2. To get rid of a multiply by -1, we divide by -1. So y equals 3x plus 2. So I start at 2. Slope is 3 over 1 positive. So I can go up 3, right 1, or down 3, left 1. Get my line. Second equation, 2x equals -4/3 plus 2/3 y. To get y alone, to move a -4/3, I'm going to add 4/3. And if you're needing a calculator to do fractions, that's absolutely okay. So you have 2x plus 4/3 equals 2/3 y. To get rid of a multiply by 2/3, we divide everything by 2/3. So 2x divided by 2/3 is 3x. Plus 4/3 divided by 2/3 is 2 equals y. So again, y-intercept is 2, slope is 3. You end up with the exact same line. So this is one of our special situations. If you have the exact same line, that means they have this point in common and this point and all the points in between and all the points going this way and all the points going this way. This means that there are infinitely many solutions. That means that you could find answers for the rest of your life and not find them all. Right? There's infinitely many solutions. So there's 3 things that can happen when you graph your lines. You can graph your lines and they intersect like normal, which means that you're going to have one solution. You can graph your lines and they end up being the exact same line, like we just saw. That means there's infinitely many solutions. And then the other possibility, you could graph your 2 lines and they're going to be parallel, which means they're never going to touch, which means that there is no solution. So this is the graphing method. Over the next 2 days, we'll look at the elimination method and the substitution method.